Finally folks, I can show you the very first image of the new Panasonic Lumix S9 L-mount full-frame compact camera that will be announced on May 22 at around 3 p.m. London time. You can follow the live blogging on that day on elrumors.com. And also, if you have some more info about this camera or any other camera that will be announced in the next couple of weeks, then please contact me using this email address or the contact box here at elrumors.com. So yesterday night, a source sent me an image of the camera. I verified the image with my trusted sources, asked them if this was a legit image, and they confirmed this is a true image. So I first have to thank that new anonymous source for sending me this image. And I also am happy to report that this camera is a camera that has the look of a camera I love. It's the Lumix GM1. I actually do own the camera, but I cannot show you today because I did give it as a loan to a friend of mine for a couple of days. Otherwise, I would have taken it out right now to show you my GM1. And this is going to be a sort of full-frame version of this Micro Four Thirds camera. And now enough of the chatting, here's the first image. You can see it here right now. This is the Panasonic Lumix S9, and as you can see, this is the green color version. There will be 4 color versions, and this one is the green one. As you can see, this is a very GM1 alike design, and I made a quick size comparison with the GM1 on this image. The S1 is obviously much bigger because of the larger mount and the full frame sensor, but still much more compact than a normal Panasonic S camera. You can see a comparison made by Panasonic itself. This is an image I got from the source. You can see the image here. You also can see 2 slogans used by Panasonic saying compact on the outside, powerful on the inside, or small body but same sensor size. And it's also confirmed that it will use the same S52 24.2 megapixel sensor. So like I told you, I'm super happy it has that sort of GM1 design. And to be very honest, if you see the GM1 in real, it looks even much better than on normal product shots. So I bet this S9 will look very good once you have it in your hand. So I can't wait to see on May 22 how this camera looks in real life images. And like I told you before, there will be 4 color versions. I only have the image of the green color, but there will be also a black, red and blue version. I don't know yet how they will look, but I made a quick comparison with the GM1, GM5 colors. You can see them here. This is the black GM1 that looks very elegant and probably would be my favorite. You can see it here from the top. Here you have the red GM5, and this would be the blue GM1. I personally do not like those blue and red colors, but they are appealing to the younger generation of content creators. They want to have some more funny looking camera and more vibrance, so it makes sense that Panasonic will offer those kind of colors too. Personally, my favorite is the black one, but also the green one that have been leaked today actually looks very good to me. So if I would consider to buy this camera, and I'm really considering to buy this camera, I don't know if I would choose the black or green one, but probably I have to see them in real. Now, moving on, the source told me that the screen on the back actually fills nearly entirely the camera. There are some buttons, like for example a dedicated LUT button, but the screen is quite big because the camera is also very small. I don't have an image of the back, but I can show you an image of the back of the GM1. Expect it to somewhere be similar on the S9. And now I will show you a certain image with another good news. Let's see if you quickly understand why I'm showing this image. This is the S52 with the free angle tilting touchscreen LCD. So yes folks, I got the confirmation the S9 has that same screen of the S52, which is super good news, and this will make it a kind of perfect compact vlogger, TikToker, Instagram, YouTuber camera. So it was necessary to have that kind of screen, so it will have it, and that's the next good news of today. And now we show you a couple of size comparison I made up this morning between the S9 and other cameras. I already did show you the GM1 versus S9 comparison. Here is the Sigma FPL versus the S9 comparison. The Sigma FPL is a tiny bit more compact, but there are a couple of very important differences. First of all, the S9 has IBIS, the FPL doesn't have it. The second difference is that the S9 has that fully articulating screen the FPL doesn't have, so this also takes a bit more space. And the third thing that I've been told, but I still don't have a final confirmation, is that the S9 should be actually less thick than the FPL, but I'm not really sure about that. I hope to get an image that confirms or denies this rumor soon. Moving on, a comparison between the ZV-E1 and the Lumix S9. The Sony ZV-E1 is actually the only true competitor of the S9 along the FPL, but the FPL is quite an older camera. I think the ZV-E1 is more kind of a direct competitor, and the S9 will be priced below the Sony, so this will be probably one of the advantages of the S9 along some possible extra features that the ZV-E1 doesn't have, like for example the possibility to have your own LUTs, which is very important. And here is a size comparison with the Fujifilm X6. Obviously the S9 doesn't have a lens, while the X6 has an integrated lens, so we have to see how small the S9 will be if you use a very compact lens. I hope to get some more information soon. Moving on, a comparison between the Lumix S52 and the S9. The Lumix S9 is clearly less tall and less wide than the S52, and also less thick because it doesn't have that grip, which will make the camera nearly portable depending on the lens you use. I told you yesterday that Panasonic will also announce an 18-40mm compact zoom lens for this camera, but I already started to get the hint about an even more exciting compact lens coming from Panasonic for this camera. I hope to get a confirmation within the next hours because I don't have the final specs yet, but there should be an exciting lens for the S9 along the 18-40mm lens, so I'm really curious to see those both lenses coming along the S9. I don't have yet seen those lenses, so I hope that other sources will share some images about those lenses, then I will share them on this channel. Another reason to subscribe and hit the notification button if you don't want to miss those kind of leaks. And here are the Lumix S9 specs. Obviously it is a full frame L-mount camera. It's a bit more compact than the Fujifilm X6. It has no integrated EVF, free angle tilting touchscreen LCD like the S52, the same 24.2 megapixel sensor of the S52, a dedicated LUT button on the back to select your style, possibility to upload your own LUTs, the 4 different body color version. It's about $200-300 cheaper than the S52. The announcement will happen on May 22 at 3 p.m. London time. The camera is aimed at content creators and people who want to have a very compact camera. There will be also 18-40mm M-mount lens. I don't have the aperture info yet, and they also got in very last minute an info about a second lens coming along this camera. I hope to have some more info soon. So folks, that's exciting. I'm happy I can share you something unique. This is the first time you can see the image exclusively thanks to the work of my network, my sources that trust me, and all the help I get from readers. So it's very important that first of all you like this video to help me to push the video on the YouTube algorithm. And again, if you have some additional info, feel free to contact me. It's exciting. I think I like this camera now more than I expected when I first heard about the camera about 10 days ago. I was a bit disappointed that you wouldn't have an EVF, that it wouldn't be a very photographer kind of camera, but now I see the advantage to have a very compact model that looks elegant, that probably has 2 new lenses that will fit the size of the camera. And so I'm really starting to think about buying this kind of camera, because actually I was considering to buy the Sony ZV1 along the E7R5 I have and I'm using right now to record this video, but I simply didn't like the ZV1. It looked very plasticky, and for me, aesthetics are important. That's why, for example, I bought the GM1 years ago. And if this camera looks great, as it probably is, then I will seriously consider to buy it. Also because I hope that it will have a very good price when you buy it along the lens. So it's going to be, the price is around probably less than $1,700. But I hope there will be some special price when you also buy it with the kit lens, that there are some kind of discounts. That is something Panasonic usually does. So fingers crossed this is going to happen. Let me know in the comment system if you, like me, are a photographer that are slowly changing your mind in favor of this camera, and what you think is missing. Again, the devil is always in the detail. We have to really test it for real, see the camera in all the aspects, see how it works. There's still a lot we have to learn about this camera before we have a serious opinion about it. But I'm happy Panasonic is going down that route. Also a reminder that there are 2 more registered cameras from Panasonic in China that should be announced soon. So between June, July, August, we should get 2 more Lumix cameras. I don't have info yet about what to expect. There are rumors about a high resolution model, about a new GH7, about new S1 kind of camera, about a more video focused camera. That's something I also started to get some info about this. So quite an exciting time. That's it for today, folks. I hope to see you very soon with new leaks. I think there's a fair chance that this is going to happen. A reminder that tomorrow Sigma will announce the 24-70mm 2.82 L-mount lens, so stay tuned on rumors.com. Again, subscribe, like this video, hit the notification button, and see you soon.